and we are here, and 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 and we are here. Urban Therapy with Sun, baby. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. Y'all know we do this every single Sunday from 1 p.m. till around 2:30-ish. And the reason that we say 2:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Sunday, and it is Sunday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. Don't say Lamar with the la 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 la. That's what I don't want you to do. Anyway, today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we are talking about what would make you buy someone a car. What would make you buy someone a car? Have you ever bought a car for someone? No matter who it was. You could have bought a car for your lover, for your spouse. You could have bought a car as a graduation gift, for your kids, or a birthday gift for your kids. You could have bought a car for your parents or somebody else that was close to you. You could have co-signed for a car loan for somebody that was close to you. Hopefully they were close to you. Buying a car for somebody is a major purchase. Any way you slice it, buying a car for somebody is a major purchase. Even if you give somebody a car that you already own, giving a car to somebody is still a form of a major purchase. Mainly because every car, when it was brand new, was worth thousands and thousands of dollars. No matter what the car is, if the car was built anytime in the last 40 years, 50 years, then the car at the time it was new was worth multiple thousands of dollars. Multiple thousands of dollars. So no matter how old it is, no matter how bad it may run, no matter how many rust spots it may have on it, it's still a major purchase. And one of the reasons that it's a major purchase, no matter how you slice it, is because you have to be a very responsible person to maintain a vehicle. So if you buy a car for somebody else, you have to make sure that they are responsible or will be responsible for the vehicle. If not, you will have wasted a lot of money, time, energy, and paperwork. And that's the thing about buying a car. There's paperwork involved. Even if you try to just give your car away to someone, there's paperwork involved. You can't even just say, well, listen, I don't want the car anymore. You can just have this car. You want this car here, take the car. Because they would have to transfer the title. Or if you still have car payments, you can't even just give a car away because you don't fully own the car when you are making payments on a vehicle that you own. Now, you own the car because you paid it off as far as the loan is concerned, but you owe the bank. So essentially, the bank owns the car. Well, or should I say, the bank maintains control of the title of the car, which essentially means that they own the car and they control the car. So they can take the car away from you if you don't make the payments on time or in a timely manner or whatever. They can repossess your vehicle. So let's say you give a car to someone. Let's say you only have a few more payments to make, and you give the car to someone that tells you that they're going to finish making the payments on the car. So let's say you give them all of your payment information and you tell them, listen, I only have 3 or 4, maybe 5 payments left on the car. Payments of $350. So you pay $350. Make sure that you have insurance. Make sure that your license is in good standing, and look, you can have this car. If that person does not make the payments on the car and they're still driving the car, then the title company or the bank or whatever, however you purchased the car, whoever gave you the loan will come and repossess that car. They're going to take the car back. And they're going to take it back in your name because you were not able to transfer title or responsibility, legal responsibility, over to the person that you were giving the car to. And that may have been the same person that told you that they were going to make payments and then they didn't make payments. And now the responsibility falls on you. Your credit is the one that's going to take the hit, not theirs. Nobody even knows who they are. They may even gotten tickets on the car. And the tickets on the car, because the car is in your name, go to you. It's your responsibility. And that can have an even greater effect, or worse effect, I should say, on your credit standing, your credit score, and your ability to be able to buy another car by making a loan. So, yeah. So buying a car for someone, giving a car away to somebody is a big deal, baby. It's a big deal. Whenever someone steals a car, it's grand theft auto. Grand theft. The auto just tells you, the auto part of that just tells you that it was a car. It's grand theft because it's over $1,000. If it was under $1,000, it would be considered petty larceny. Of course, tell that to the person who has had $999 stolen from them, but you know, everything over $1,000 is considered grand larceny. Grand larceny. Yeah. So that's what we are with it. That's what we're talking about today on the Daily Go Get It. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The Urban Therapy with Sun Show. The Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Scoot over. That's who we are. That's what we do on the weekends. That's who we are, and that's what we do on the weekends. Because I don't have time on the weekdays. So have you ever bought anybody a car? Have you ever considered buying a car for somebody? Do you own a car yourself? And I have to ask that because I have known people who did not own a car themselves who have bought cars for somebody else. Sometimes it didn't work out too well. One thing that people who own cars understand about buying a car and owning a car is that it is a major responsibility that comes along with that. It's not a plaything. It's not something that you just joke around with. You're not passing the baton like you're in a relay race when you give a car to somebody, or when you get a car for someone. Even if you rent a car, you see all the red tape that goes along with renting a car. First of all, they want to make sure that you have enough room on your credit card in order to rent the car. A lot of rental car companies do not want you to use a debit card. They don't want you to do that. They want you to have a credit card, and they want you to have a credit card with lots of room on it. So there's like a mini credit check when you go to rent a car. And when you rent a car, they want to know if you have, they run your license to make sure that your license is okay. Back in the day, they weren't even all that keen on that. They would take a picture of your license, but they didn't make sure that your license was good. Now they do. Now they like, nah. I know it says that this license expires in 2-3 years, but let's make sure that, you know, that your license is straight before we rent you this car, because they know that if you rent a car from them and you get stopped by the police, that car stands the chance of being impounded, and you may not have enough money on your credit card to get the car out of impound and all of that kind of stuff. Plus, you won't be able to get the car out of impound because you don't have a driver's license, and you were supposed to have a driver's license to rent the car. And so that is also an indictment on their insurance company. All rental car companies have cars that are insured. Insurance is another thing. They want you to purchase your own insurance. Of course, the car that they rent to you is already insured, but they want you to have your own insurance because that protects you against bodily injury, and it also relieves them of liability of bodily injury. So a lot of people who rent cars will go ahead and purchase the insurance. I don't. I never purchased the insurance. But if you own a car and you're renting a car, you probably already have car insurance, and 9 times out of 10, the car insurance that you own covers any vehicle that you drive. But make sure of that, because policy to policy, they're doing all kinds of crazy things now just to make people eligible to be able to drive. So they're taking away a lot of the legal eagle things that used to apply and that we probably took for granted before. A lot of those things don't apply anymore. T. Carey, right? Morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And Karen Chamberlain, my friend, mi favorita. Always a good time to see ya. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. I'm your host, Sun752. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Now, what would make you buy someone a car? Have you ever done it? If you have ever bought someone a car, trust me, I know that either you had a good experience and you would do it again, or you probably saying, only if it's someone I really love, only if it's somebody I really know, only if it's somebody I really know that will be responsible for this shit, because I did the shit and it took a hit. I took a big hit. I'm mad at that shit. I should have never bought you a car. That was the dumbest thing I did by far. And you didn't make payments. You didn't even get the car registered. You didn't even get the damn windshield fixed. You didn't even get the damn mirror fixed. You didn't even pay your tickets. There was a bad things. I can't kick it with you no more. We broke up friends. We ain't friends no more. You made me so mad. Buying this motherfucking yo. And I swear to God, if anybody has ever asked you to buy a car, trust me, they humbled themselves. I know for a fact that they humbled themselves when they asked you to buy them a car. Like, I swear, I make the payments. All you really have to do is co-sign this loan. All you got to do, because let me tell you something. When you co-sign a loan for somebody, you have taken responsibility for that car. You have bought the car yourself. There's really no such thing as co-signing a loan as far as I'm concerned, because they only take the co-signature of the person who is able to pay for it. So if somebody needed you to co-sign a loan for them for a car, that means that their credit wasn't good enough. And you know what it means a lot of times? I would say at least 7 times out of 10. It means that they're not responsible enough to make those car payments, and they're not going to. Guess who is going to? You. And you're going to do it with your credit. And you're going to be mad. Real mad, you know what I'm saying? You had a car repossessed that you didn't even drive your goddamn self. And you thought you was only the co-signer. Yeah. Well, they needed your signature because you were the one that could afford to buy the car. And the loan and the car dealer knew it. The car dealership knew it. The loan company knew it. They knew that the person that really wanted the car couldn't afford the car. A car is a very emotional purchase. A car is a very emotional purchase. I'm gonna get on my Dr. Umar Johnson. A car is a very emotional purchase. A car is a very emotional purchase. A car is a very emotional purchase. People should only buy a car for somebody if it's free and clear when they buy it for them. People should only buy a car for someone when it's free and clear for the car that they're buying for someone. A person should only, I can't even do it. I can't even, Shout out to Umar Johnson, Dr. Umar Johnson. Shout out to Dr. Umar Johnson. But yeah, a car is a very emotional purchase. That's why think about it. A car is a personal item, very personal. And it's funny how personal of an item it is, and we park it on the street if we don't have a garage. And a lot of us don't have a garage. I always wanted a house with a garage. One day I'm going to get a house with a garage. But I ain't got no house with a garage. I got to park my car on the street. And you know, when you have a car that you really like, especially if it's a brand new car, and you've never had a car before, you be looking out the window, making sure nobody is sitting on your car. You be making sure that nobody has scratched your car. You be making sure that nobody has nicked your car. You be making sure that nobody has opened up their car door and hit your car while you was parked in the parking lot at the mall. You be making sure that nobody gets too close to with their damn shopping carts while your car is parked in the car lot at the mall. You be making sure that them kids outside playing baseball, football, tackle, light touch, hopscotch, king ball, jacks, jump rope, tag, hide and go seek. Yo, watch the car. Watch the car. You don't even mean to be like that. But you know, you got payments that you're making on this car, man. You know what I mean? Yo, you know, when you get that first ding, on your car, that should be making you want to earl. Ooh. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Somebody hit my shit. Oh. Tell me I'm lying. If y'all tell me I'm lying, I'm going to stop lying. When you get a car that you really like, and that car don't have no scratches on it, no dings on it, no dents on it, that first scratch, dent, or ding, you be like, see, this is why niggas can't have nothing, man. This is why niggas can't have nothing. I don't be fucking with nobody out here. And people just fuck my shit up. Look at that. Look. I call this insurance company, get this shit fixed. We got a $500 deductible. When I start lying, please, let me know. I don't want to lie. You know what I mean? Somebody got too close to your car, scratched up your bumper, or God forbid, ran into the back of your car while they was trying to park or whatever, and knocked your bumper loose or whatever. You know what I mean? Your car went from being that show place vehicle to you be looking at it like your car just got cancer and it just been through chemo. Like, man, you fucked up. How could this happen to you? God, why? And it sounds like I'm embellishing and I'm just, you know, exaggerating, but this is the way it feels. So to buy a car for somebody else, more than likely, you have bought them a car that you would drive yourself. Or in the case of you're trying to get somebody a car because you're tired of riding them around all the time, or they work out of town or too far from their house. You don't want them to have to be on public transportation for any reason, you know, for safety reasons, or because you don't want them having to travel at night. There are a lot of reasons that people buy a car for somebody. Like, you need a car. You know what I mean? Shoot, I mean, think about it. The people who don't have a car are the ones who like to get around the most. The people who don't drive are the ones always got to go somewhere. I need to go to Home Depot. I need to go to the market. I need to go to the laundromat. I need to go to the store real quick. I got an appointment at 11. I got to go pick the kids up. I gotta. Can you help me? Can you give you a couple of dollars for gas? Can you take me there fast? How long is it gonna be before you get here? Gotta get there at 1 o'clock, yeah? Shit. TK Wright said, you be stressed. You do. You be stressed. Why would somebody dent my ride? Why would somebody knock out my lights? Why would somebody mess up my mirror? Mess up my mirror. Look at my mirror. And side view mirrors cost a lot. You had to buy one. You know you got to have a couple of $100. More like $500, $600, $700. They make a lot of money in car parts. Be feeling like it'd be easy to get a heart transplant. I'm mad. Yo, this is the most expensive shit I had. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, what? Yeah. That's why your car is messed up. She says, my car is in the ICU. I'm going to pray for your ride. Because I understand. I'm very sensitive. I'm very sensitive to people whose cars is messed up. So what would make you buy a car for somebody? Because that's not just something you do randomly. You don't just go buying cars for niggas. You don't just go get a car for somebody. Like, I gotta dig you to get you a car. Boyfriends get cars for their girlfriends. Girlfriends buy cars for their boyfriends. And both of them get fucked up over that shit. Very rarely do you hear of a situation that ends well where there was a car bought for somebody in a romantic relationship. I don't mean to bring the party down. I don't mean to speak ill of the union that people have with each other. But it doesn't end well. Historically, I have story after story after story where even if a couple was sharing a car, there's always some disagreement over who actually owns the car. Well, I bought the car. Yeah, you bought the car, but my name is on the car. You didn't even have a license when we bought the car. You driving around here with no license. That's why we had those tickets on the car. Shit like that. Now, I know some of y'all saying, ain't no way I would spend my money on somebody for a car and they ain't had no license. Okay, well, that's you. Love makes you do strange things. After all, you ain't gonna tell me that you let a nigga get you pregnant that you wasn't married to, but you wouldn't buy a nigga a car. Actually, you might be able to actually say that. But you mean tell me you signed on for a 21-year plus commitment, but you would buy a car for it? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? This tea good as fuck. What we doing? What we doing? Yeah. I figure if you would make somebody your baby mom or your baby dad that wasn't your spouse, but you wouldn't buy them a car? What's more expensive, a baby or a car? Depends on what car. Oh yeah, it depends on what baby. Shoot, just getting a baby from pregnancy to out of the hospital. How many thousands is that? I bet you could purchase a pretty decent vehicle with the money you spent for prenatal care and the actual delivery cost. I know you could have got a Maxima at least. How much it cost? How much it cost? How much it cost? We're gonna see. 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 Yeah, we gonna see. Yeah, we gonna see. I said we gonna see. 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 We go. All right. So let's see how about it. Let's go to Google. All right. What's the average cost to have a baby delivered in a hospital? Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. And this is from Elizabeth Ravelli, updated March 1st, 2023. Come on, just tell me how much it costs. Don't. All right. Average cost of childbirth in the U.S. All right, giving birth costs $18,865 on average, including pregnancy, delivery, and postpartum care, according to the Peterson Kaiser Family Foundation. All right, so if 18,865 is the average, that means that sometimes it's lower, a lot of times it's higher, or should I say, a lot of times it's lower, a lot of times it's higher. So the average is somewhere in the middle. So, okay, the average cost of childbirth. It says, well, look at this shit here. Oh, shit. Oh, man. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I've been talking about why doctors have been prescribing or suggesting cesarean births. And I thought it was just I thought it was just for black women. It ain't. Childbirth, average cost of childbirth, 18,865. Vaginal delivery, 14,768. Please pay attention to this. Vaginal delivery, you know, the natural way, you know, the God-given way, you know, the way that nature does it for all of the other species of mammals. Vaginal delivery, 14,768. Cesarean, you know, those C-sections that are so popular now, $26,280. It always comes down to the money, man. If I didn't learn anything in this lifetime, that's the average with cesarean. Now, you know, cesarean birth is easier. They do the cuts. Lift the baby out, cut the umbilical, and it's a wrap. The cheapest out of everything is vaginal delivery. And they say average out-of-pocket cost for health insurance plan members. Childbirth, $2,854. Vaginal delivery, $2,655. C-section, $3,214. I am going to put this. This link in the chat, because you know when you know something but you don't know what you know about it. TK right says it cost me $13,000. Okay, now how long ago was that? Because this was updated this year, March 1st, 2023. So these numbers, these figures should be pretty these should be current. And look, it has the cost per state. Per state. Come on. This damn thing. Okay. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Pennsylvania is a good state to have a baby in, as far as costs are concerned. A very good state to have a baby in, out of pocket. Go PA. Let me look at Jersey. Oh, Jersey ain't bad either. Go Jersey. Having a baby in Jersey is the cheapest thing they got. Jersey, Jersey. All right, let me get back to this card thing. Let me let me get back to the call. Let me get back to the call. My bad. My biggity. Yeah. TK Wright says C-section costs thousands more. I knew there had to be a financial incentive that that came along with doctors so frequently suggesting C-section nowadays. You would think women aren't built the same anymore and couldn't have vaginal births anymore. Sure, it hurts, but it's the only way to populate the earth. But get back to this car thing. What would make you buy someone a car? Hopefully, if you buy a car for somebody, even if you are in a relationship with them or you're trying to impress them or convince them to get into a relationship with you, or you're trying to cement a relationship with somebody, so you figure I buy them a car and then they're going to love me. You're going to love me. Yeah. And you're going to yeah. Well, buying a car for somebody is a major purchase, and you should put a lot of thought into it before you decide to buy a car for somebody. Even if you buy a car for your children, let's say, sweet 16, you want your kid to have a car. You've already been showing them how to drive since they was like 14. They got the hang of it. They got their learner's permit. 16 years old, they can get their driver's license. You figure that they're ready to drive a car. You let them drive you around, whatever, so they can get good practice or whatever. You think that they're responsible enough to own a vehicle. All right. So a lot of parents buy cars for their children. It's a major purchase and a major risk because the insurance cost for a driver under $25 is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah. So not only need you love that kid, but you need to make sure that child is a responsible driver, a defensive driver, a careful driver. Because the money that you're going to pay just to keep that car on the road, you need to be able to afford it. If you make a modest salary, whatever, your kids don't need to be driving until later when they can buy their own car. Let them borrow your car until then. And even letting them borrow your car, that's a risk because insurance companies won't pay out if there's an accident involving someone who is not on the insurance. Yeah, back in the day, they would still pay. Whoever drove your vehicle, whatever, they would still pay out. Nowadays, they find any and every reason not to pay. And talk about your insurance premiums going up. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about my love. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about my love square biz. Yeah. So, yeah, buying a car for somebody is a major purchase. There's no way around it. Making sure that the title gets transferred over. Making sure that the car is registered. and you have to register the car every year. State inspections, depending on what state you live in, you may have to get a state inspection to make sure that the vehicle is up to par, and in emissions inspection. In Pennsylvania, you need both. You need the state inspection and you need the emissions inspection. So the state inspection is making sure that the mirrors work, making sure that your tires are, have good treads on them, making sure that the car is in good legal working condition, making sure that the light signals work and things like that. And these are all things that are going to cost you money. But yeah, there are things that will qualify or disqualify you from being able to have your car on the street. If your car is not registered properly and your registration isn't in good standing, then you cannot drive the car. And if you are caught driving that car, your car can be impounded and remain impounded and even confiscated if it is found that you cannot get the car out of impound because you don't have the proper paperwork and money. Well, money is made of paper, so yeah, the paperwork to get the car out of the impound. So you stand to lose a lot. You can be paying on a loan for a car that you don't have anymore because it got impounded, it got confiscated. And guess what? When they confiscate your vehicle, you still owe the tickets that came along with that vehicle. It's a mess. It's a mess. So buying a car for somebody is something that you really have to contemplate long and hard enough to make sure that they are ready. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready to buy a car. To buy a car. Yeah. That damn car I bought for you. Oh, you talking about that jalopy? I spent all my cash on that, but it was a lemon. Wasn't worth two shits. I went to the dealership. They sold you some crap and you bought it. You are an ungrateful bitch. You spent your money because you trying to impress me. What? What? You know, what would make you buy a car for somebody? Why y'all so quiet? Y'all ain't never buy a car for nobody. I never bought a car for anybody, but I will. I know because Ayana graduates next year. I'm either going to give her one of my cars or I'm going to buy a car. Already know. Already know. You know, she's ready to take the test to get her license and all of that. She's going to pass it. She knows how to drive. She needs more experience on the road, but she knows how to drive. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely going to get her a car. That's not a question. That is not a question. What's going on, Duck Northwest Media? Thanks for coming through. But yeah, I'm definitely going to buy my baby a car next year. But I'm buying her a car next year, taking into consideration that she has never owned anything like this before. She's going to have to understand that it's a major responsibility to have a car. Not only are we talking about the prices of gas, we're talking about routine maintenance, making sure that your tires aren't bald, making sure that you know how to change a tire, making sure that you understand what the signals or the warnings on the dashboard may mean. Like when your oil is low, don't keep driving the car when you see a little carton of oil, a red flashing red on your car, especially if it's flashing. Let me tell y'all something about a car. Anytime you see something flashing on your car, that means it needs to be taken care of right now. Right now. Do not keep driving that car when something is flashing. Now, when something is a solid red color or a solid warning on your dash, it means that you have time to fix it. But when it's flashing, and these are the things that people who have never driven a car or owned a car do not understand. And you have to make sure that they understand this. Because you could wind up giving somebody a car or buying somebody a car, and that car winds up sitting in front of their door for months and years. You know what I mean? When you see grass and other plants and mad trash accumulating under a car, you know that car ain't moved in a long time. It ain't moved. It ain't moved. Because those types of conditions do not occur for a car that's only been sitting for a couple of weeks. But even if a car has been sitting up for a couple of weeks, you need to make sure that the battery is still good. Oh, speaking of battery, more money, 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 more. Yeah, battery is something that you have to make sure is up to par in a car. And batteries can get very expensive these days. You know, batteries can run you anywhere from $100 to $300, sometimes even more, depending on the type of vehicle that you own. Like if you have a hybrid vehicle or an electric car, that battery costs a lot. A lot. Shout out to all my hybrid drivers out there. Shout out to all my electric car drivers out there. Yeah. People thinking that when they switch over to electric cars, then you know we'll save money on gas. I have money in my pocket from now on because I don't have to buy no gas. Yeah, but you didn't factor in the fact that you got an appointment to be to at 3:00, and your car can't be gassed up. Your car runs on electricity. Your car ain't going nowhere until you charge it up for an hour. That wouldn't have happened if you could have just went to the gas station and filled up real quick. You would have made that appointment. You ain't making that appointment now. Now you could say, yeah, but that's only because I made a bonehead decision not to charge the car up last night. No, it could have been that your where you have an appointment is far away. So on a single charge for your car, let's say it goes 300 miles. That's a long time. What if the place that you're going is 500 miles? Yeah. A nice chill 5 or 6 hour drive. Blink, blink. Oh, I'm sorry. 500 miles? That's a good 7 to 8 hours. That's a good 7 to 8 hours. Blink, 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 blink. Yeah. So these are the things that you need to make someone understand if you're going to buy them a car or if you're going to give them a car. Nonetheless, if you give them a car, I need to make sure that I say this for the people who are just coming in or the people who weren't paying attention. When you give somebody a car, you're never really giving them a car because you have to transfer title or transfer registration. That's what has to be done in order for you to legally give somebody a car. Other than that, if they get parking tickets, the tickets on the car come to your address because it's still your car. So yeah, you gave it to them physically, but financially and legally, it still belongs to you. For you. Cause I'm giving all my cars. Yes, I'm giving all my cars. Yes, I'm giving all my cars to you. Nobody's woman can drive the way you do. Cause tonight is the night that you're driving all right. We'll be cruising through the whole night through. Cause I'm giving all my cars. Yes, I'm giving all my cars. Yes, I'm giving all my cars to you. Rest in peace, Whitney Houston. Greatest singer I ever heard. Well, she is. Well, maybe Aretha Franklin. I would put Stephanie Mills in that. But that's a personal thing. It's personal. It's personal. I bet you one thing. I don't be saying no Mariah Carey. I think she has a great voice, but she ain't. I don't think she's the best. I wouldn't even honestly. I wouldn't even put her in that best conversation. And she got a hell of a range, right? It's funny. It's funny how she gets kept out of those conversations, even though not too many people have as good a range as Mariah Carey does. But it's like you don't be feeling her. I was like, is she? Something just don't seem right? You know, Mariah Carey. I don't know. What is it? What is it about Mariah Carey? What is it? What it is? So Boy Wilkins says, "Hi everybody. My battery costs $300. It takes a gel battery. Who knew?" Well, right tongue. $300. Now you just cruising along in your life, living your best life, doing the best that you can, keeping your bills current, making sure that you don't live beyond your means, trying to get your nest egg right, and then you get hit with a $300 battery bill. That's fucking up the mattress money if I ever seen it. Ain't it? Ain't that messing up the mattress money? 300. You know, when you're trying to save some money, when an unexpected cost is 150, you be like, damn, man. But 300, double the 150. Come on, man. Come on, man. Shout out to you, boy. I'm as sorry that you had to kick out 300 ones. But these are the things that you have to consider when you give somebody a car or when you buy somebody a car. So what would make you consider buying a car for somebody? Like, just because you love them don't mean that you should buy a car for them. And you know, you also have to consider some other things that go along with somebody driving. Like, do they drink? Do they smoke? Do they get high? Are they used to doing what they do while they are under the influence? You know, you don't want to make a purchase for somebody that's gonna lead to them riding in a car in the back, laying down, talking about a hearse. You know, because I'm just being real. You know what I mean? If you know that somebody has a substance abuse problem and you buy them a car and something tragic happens to them and they perish behind the wheel, you know, you ain't gonna be feeling good about yourself. And these are some of the things that you have to think about when you talk about buying a car for somebody. Because that can happen to someone who didn't drink and drive or drive under the influence. I'll never forget in 2017, man, I was working in Delaware at this private high school. And I remember it was a sad day when two of the students that went to the school, I believe that they either were from Delaware or from Pennsylvania, because the high school itself was a private school, a parochial school. It was a Catholic school over in Delaware. And they got into a really bad car accident on their way to school. And the driver, who was the boy, died. He died in the car accident. And the daughter, his sister, lived. And she was pretty fucked up, but she lived. How do you think their parents felt? How do you think their parents felt? I don't even think he was a senior. I think he was like maybe 16 years old, and his sister may have been like a freshman or a sophomore. So obviously, their parents had the means to be able to afford the vehicle for their children. And I don't know if their children were responsible defensive drivers or not, but they got into a car accident, and the boy didn't live, and the daughter did. So these are things that you have to consider. Something um, car accidents happen, and more people die in car accidents than in any other type of vehicle accidents, all combined times 10 probably. So many people are afraid to fly. Well, the chances of you going down in a plane are as close to zero as you can get. They are closer to zero than the number one is. But car accidents, they happen every day, every single day. Thousands and thousands of car accidents every day. And that's something you have to think about when you make the decision to buy a car for somebody. You know what I mean? If they are used to drinking and smoking or abusing or using a controlled substance, they could get into a car accident. It could be a very damaging car accident where they could get hurt, and then the legal part comes after that. Like after you bandage up everybody, get everybody on crutches and all of that. Now the legal questions come, making sure that you weren't under the influence. And if you were under the influence, now the arrests come. Now the tickets come. Now the lawsuits come. These are the things that you have to think about when you think about buying a car for somebody. It's rare. It's rare, son. It's very rare. You have to decide if that's what you really want to do. If that's what you really want to do. So you better love them and you better check them. You got to love them and you got to check them. If you just the type of person that has a bunch of money and you used to just doing shit for people, especially doing shit for people to get them on your side, keep them on your side, you might be the type of person that would just go ahead and buy a car for somebody and you're going to fuck your whole financial and legal life up. You just bought yourself 4 wheels of trouble, problems. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? So, would you buy a car for somebody? Would you buy a car for somebody? Like I said, next year, I know I'm going to buy a car for my baby. I already got it planned out. Already got it planned out. She ain't got to ask for a handout. All right. All right. But even if you like when you let somebody borrow your car, forget about buying them a car for a minute. You know what I mean? A car is a very personal item, man. How many of y'all have let somebody borrow your car before? And you be at home trying not to think about what's going on with your car while you're not in it. Like, are they flooring my shit, trying to see how fast it go? Do they know how to reverse right? Are they messing up my transmission? Am I going to hear something knocking, squeaking, or whatever? Because wasn't nothing wrong with my car. Wasn't nothing wrong with my car when I drove it. And if you let somebody borrow your car and then they brought it back and it had problems, yo, man, and that shit be happening all the time. You let somebody hold your car and they bring it back. They might not bring it back with the same amount of gas that you sent them out there with. So you already pissed off about that. But now you hearing your brakes squeak. Now you hearing something it sound like something got knocked loose. And they ain't say shit about it. And You know, I'm talking to my people who listen to their car. You know, a lot of us go ahead and just turn the music up and blah, blah, blah. But a lot of us, before we turn up the music, we listen to our car for a few blocks. Like, let me make sure I don't hear it. And you know how stressful it is when you hear something wrong with your car. You be in there like, oh, what is that? What is that? Pull over, get out. Or see, I like the hand gear shift, but y'all okay. Park. Going around your car like. What's that? God forbid you see something hang. Oh my God, what the fuck is that? Oh shit, what is this under my car? A cat. Oh shit. I hit a cat. Oh no. Kitty, we gonna get you to the vet. We gotta get you to the vet. We gotta get you to the vet. I can't get you. Damn, man, you I hit a cat. The cat messed up my car. Row. 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 Oh, so boy said, are they going over every bump and oh, and living in Philly, land of the crater. Oh, I'm sorry. I call them those potholes that we have in this city craters. You ain't gonna tell me they ain't moon craters. And if they drive over one of those moon craters, aka potholes in this city, it can mess up your whole suspension. It can mess up your axle. You can mess around and break your axle. And no, for y'all non-drivers, just because you mess up your axle, it doesn't render your car undrivable, but it won't steer right. It's not in alignment correctly. Yeah, your axle is not, it's not going to make your wheel fall off your car. But shout out to all of the people who have actually had the wheel, like the whole wheel with your tire on it, fall off your car. I've lived that life. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I've lived that life with a whole tire, the whole wheel. Like, how does that happen? The whole wheel. Anyway, these are things that you have to consider when you let somebody borrow your car, hold your car, buy a car, give them a car. You know how they say no good deed goes unpunished. Buying somebody a car will put an exclamation point on that statement. No good deed goes unpunished. So you gave them a car. They didn't have to pay nothing, but they mad at you because they couldn't keep up the payments. They mad at you because they didn't get the car registered. They mad at you because they have to pay car insurance and they haven't paid it. They mad at you because they got they got parking tickets, moving violations, and all kinds of shit. They got their car either impounded or booted, towed, all that old bullshit. They mad at you. They mad at you. They mad at you. They mad at you. What you mad for? What you mad for? They mad at you, but what you mad for? What they mad at you, but what you mad for? Yeah, you gave them a car is a bill. It is. It's a bill. So whether you give somebody a car, buy somebody a car, have a car given to you or bought for you, it's a bill. Every year, registration. Every year, inspection. Every year, you have to pay maintenance costs, making sure your tires are right, windshield wipers, crack on your windshield, shit like that. That's something that plagues me with cars. Like, I don't know what it is. It's hard for me to keep a full crack-free windshield. My windshield on cars that I get, my windshields remind me of people who have iPhones. You know how a lot of people, young people who have iPhones, they be having a cracked screen. They don't even be giving a fuck. And you be wondering, like, how does this screen get like that? That's how I be wondering, like, with cars that I buy. I'm like, what the hell? Safe light repair, safe light replace. Safe light repair, safe light replace. So boy says, so did I. It was icy, skidded into the curb, bent the axle. It was a wobbly ride. Yo, it's a boy. After you fuck your car up, I don't care what you do to it. That ride home or however far you gotta go, you be like, oh my God, don't let it be a flat tire. Don't let it be a flat tire and you don't have a full spare or something like that. And you gotta ride with that damn flat tire with your flashers on. You put your flashers on, you trying to drive slow, trying to save that tire. By the time you get to the gas station, that tire is all ate up. You can't put no air in that thing. You can't that'd be like trying to blow up a busted water balloon. You just you looking at the tire, it ain't even trying to ride. You got the joint, you that shit's like the tire ain't even, I mean, when you put an air in the tire, you see immediate results. You see the tire like, ooh. You trying to put air in that bitch. Like, you don't see all that air. That tire is so cut up and look like a pair of jeans that they wear these days. It's cut up pair of jeans. I can see the thighs. Yeah. And that's been something ever since I've been driving. I've always had an issue with flat tires. Somebody please help me. I got a flat tire. Somebody help me. I got a flat tire. Every time I've had a flat tire, it was always some drama. I could never just put no air in my tire. I could never just change my tire. It was always some issue. Like mostly every time I've had a flat tire, my car wind up on a flatbed because it's the problem with the rims, the problem with something. It was always something. Like, why can't I just have a regular flat tire? Why can't I just get some fix it flat and keep it moving? No. 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 Oh shit. Some boy said people were blowing at me. Your tire's coming off. So boy, like you ain't feel that shit. They riding by like, Miss, your tire coming off. It's coming off. It's coming off. Peace to you, sir boy. That shit ain't sweet, man. That shit ain't nothing nice. It's bad, son. Real bad, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Rev. But yeah, shit like that happens. It happens. So, it's something we got to deal with. So, the decision to buy somebody a car, make sure that you really ready. I understand you might love them. I understand you might like them. I understand that you might have enough money to where it doesn't affect you financially. But that doesn't mean that something won't become a source of your irritation just because you can afford it. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious July 16th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them, making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Valerie Lipford. Oh, okay. And also April Anderson. Happy birthday to you. And Wakita Stevens, turning 48 years old today. And Yolanda Lynch. Happy birthday to you. And Dark Chocolate Ross. Happy birthday to you. And Danielle Wedderburn, turning 33 years old today. And Carol Queen C. Ferris Nelson. Happy birthday to you. And Valerie Everett, turning 64 years old today. And Ezra Foreman, turning 35 years old today. And Honey Kavanaugh, turning 75 years old today. And last but not least, Cedric Niles. Happy birthday to you. I want to give a shout out to all of y'all, and I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And this goes out to any and everybody out there who shares this birthday on this glorious July 16th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. I rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do the thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen. Buying a car for somebody is a major purchase, no matter what. When the car was brand new, it cost thousands of dollars. When the car is used, it's still going to cost thousands of dollars. And the cost that it can incur for you just keeping the car on the road, whether it's for somebody else or for yourself or for the both of you, will be thousands of dollars. No, not hundreds, thousands. When you start, the longer you have the car, the more money you're going to spend. A car is not an asset. It's not something that's going to put money in your pocket. Even if you use the car to make money for yourself, you're going to lose more than you make. That's just the way it works. That's just the way it works. Like people who drive Uber, people who drive, Uber, Lyft, whatever services. When you have your car on the street all day, just like a taxi cab, the average life of a taxi cab is 3 years. 3 years, and that's a brand new vehicle. Because the more you use it, the more you use a car, the greater the likelihood that you're going to get into an accident because you're out there, where accidents happen. And the wear and tear that it takes on your vehicle when you're doing city driving. City driving, stopping and starting, stopping and starting, stopping and starting, stopping and starting. It weighs on your transmission. It weighs on your engine. Highway driving is good for your car because you're not stopping and starting. And the engines are built for long-term running without the gear shifting and the cool down than the going back up. So that's why cars who have a lot of highway miles remain good throughout the 200,000, sometimes 300,000 or more mark. It's good for highway driving, not city driving. So there are these things you have to take into consideration if you're thinking about buying a car for somebody. It is what it is, baby. It is what it is. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, Monday night, for another Daily Go Getimism show. So make sure y'all come on through. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. All right, so look at him. I said a blog talk. We gonna get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Yeah. On the other side, my boobers. Yeah. On the other side, my boobers. Peace. Yeah.